welcome to another game of another game of Mage the Ascension Technogate here on Golden Age Stories. We've got Tycho Vance being played by Motorori, my good friend Mike, who's worked with me on podcasts as well as 40-person Gen Con game. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good. Had the day off today.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the way
got
to
some
be.
got some stuff done.
Yeah, you're usually on the road when we're playing, so it must be nice to be back home.
Very much so.
We have Phaedra Bennett being played by Amber, a good friend of mine who has worked with me on that 40-person Gen Con event, as well as played multiple other games with me. Um, how are you doing, Amber?
I'm doing pretty good today. Ready to settle down and play some games.
Awesome. We've got Robert Kell being played by Ricky, good friend of mine who recently picked up World of Darkness with us, and this is one of his first games that he's been able to get past three sessions. So welcome to the streaming world of gaming.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing, man?
Good. Nice, relaxing Monday for a change. So
Yeah, that was kind of nice. We only had that
feeling
one little
good tonight.
false alarm that, well, not false, but not big enough of an issue for us. Haha. And then we've got Malachi being played by Josh Hockerman, who I've played multiple games with over the years of World of Darkness and Dungeons and Dragons with. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm doing well. I got some pulled pork in the slow cooker. Smells delicious. And ready to hunt some vampires.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Yeah, so today we are starting out Technogate. We're about 3 sessions into like an epic arc that we don't normally kind of do, but we're doing kind of a little bit of a special run here because the characters kind of wanted to look in deeper into some of the stuff that's going on with these vampire cults that are, well, at least one of them is a known vampire cult. Being run by followers of Set. They've located one of their hives inside of Madison here, comprised of a small group that seems to have some relation to the Black Oil Incorporated Company. And so you have information on David Lech and Jessica Harverson, secretary and the CEO of the company Black Oil Incorporated. There's also two other people that seem to hang out there and seem to be kind of guarding the place. You guys haven't really looked up any information on them. And then you know that there's another woman that seems to be running this thing, and you haven't really looked up any information on her either yet. Or have any information on the names of those three or anything. So, last that we
By that
left
other
off.
woman, do you mean the vampire?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, and then you've discovered that all four of these seem to have. They're not necessarily vampires, but they seem to have vampire blood coursing through them, and then and then one of them is a full-blooded vampire from your scans that you've done. You've located their abandoned warehouse. So this time I do have a little bit of a picture here for you, so you can kind of get an idea of what the building kind of looks like here. You can see the little weed plants being grown outside here, and so we got like a worn out warehouse, you know, 1 story tall, but kind of like tall ceilings with the arched, lofted area at the top. You know, rows of these that are just worn down and small gaps of an alleyway between them. All the windows and everything are all boarded up. So yeah, we'll start you off there. You guys had just gotten a night's rest, and I believe Phaedra had just had something happen to her during the middle of the night.
So, middle sleep when I'm woken up and yet I'm not, floating above my sleeping body. When I slowly start to zoom in, closer, when I can just see everything, data, DNA, my skin, all of it, and I start to zoom in even further into my brain, and I can see all of my nervous system expanding, and then everything goes into darkness, and I have an epiphany moment.
Nice. So that will be your seeking that will allow you to gain an extra dot in Arete. Or um, what do the technocrats call it? I can't remember now. Enlightenment?
Shit, I don't know.
Anyways,
I got my
Alright.
book.
Alright, so
Enlightenment.
daybreak. And we'll say it's about 8 o'clock.
Were we all at Phaedra's place? Can't remember.
I think me and you are. Malachi and Robert decide to go back to Technogate to sleep. Because my place isn't good enough, apparently.
Not a big fan of bathtubs. I'm sorry.
I have a crap ton of blankets, though. You can make it comfy.
Still doesn't really compete with a bed, though.
Touche.
I did have one point of order. We have a low jack on a dude's car that's sitting in his garage. I'm not sure if it's important that we get that back, but I just wanted to point that out.
Well, if he's the one we're going after, we can always retrieve that later. If he's not the one that we're going to go after, then yeah, we should probably get that back soon.
Hopefully it's still collecting data, so if we do ever want to go after him, it should provide a good resource. But I feel like pure vampire blood is going to be the thing that really will, help you out.
So is that our plan? Are we going for pure vampire blood instead of trying to grab some from this guy?
I don't think it's necessary to go for pure vampire blood, because I know how to sort out human versus vampire, or at least can gauge the different levels.
So, I
Maybe if we
mean-
get enough from him, we won't need to get pure.
You're pretty good with a tranquilizer gun,
Yes, I am.
if I do say so. Is that a safer route for us to go?
Yeah.
You got a
Or we
bit
just
of
go to
the mental prowess, don't you? Are you to a point where you could potentially rewrite someone's memories for like the last 2 minutes or so?
I think I could probably convince them to forget the last 2 minutes or so.
I just had the thought of getting a meeting with him under the guise of something,
Yeah.
and then just taking his
been-
blood.
I've actually been working on a hypnosis program laptop.
That doesn't make me any more nervous than everything that Phaedra's working on.
Is that my room on the backdrop?
Yeah, so I decided I needed a Phaedra room. So that's where you guys are hanging out right now.
Is this at her place or is this in Technogate?
Good question. both, if this could be used for both, they're exact replicas of each other. No.
This is my house. I don't want all of my information at my bunk.
All right, so this will be at the house.
Yes.
Speaking up where are we meeting up? Phaedra and I, are we going to go into Technogate, or are we meeting up with the guys elsewhere?
I figured that you guys would be meeting at Phaedra's.
Yeah,
Either my house or Denny's.
Yeah, that feels good to me. You guys came to Technogate yesterday. We'd come to you today, just because of what particularly we're working on. Need the discretion.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think before we do anything, we need to look into these the two people that we saw drive out of the warehouse yesterday. This David Lech and his secretary Jessica Harvison.
Research montage?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure what I can help with. We have some sort of basic internet connection, I remember.
Yeah, I got a computer.
You guys kind of did that last episode already, so that's where you got that they were, CEO of Black Oil Incorporated, that she was the secretary, their names, that they were related to Pentex.
Oh yeah, I had that little.
Do we know the
Explainer.
identity of the vampire in the warehouse?
You have not done any research into the vampire in the warehouse, or you don't even have a picture of her. You just know that that there is I believe from the forms and stuff like that you've got that there are 5 members, 2 women and 3 men.
If we go with the abductee route, then we could probably get at least a name of the vampire in the warehouse. Or we could try to wing it and do research and then just gather blood.
It would be nice to know who might be coming after us if things go south in the blood collection. But it also might reveal our hand, so I guess I can see going either way.
If we do the abduction route and we get a name and I can get some more information on the vampire, while I'm getting blood, I'm also going to try to work on a way to enhance my defenses in my house so they cannot at least enter. So
Yeah, I mean, if we're trying to get more information from this guy, he'd be a prime guinea pig for this new hypnosis interrogation technique I've got.
true. But the whole reason why I wanted to just swipe blood for now and then try to go after him later is because I don't know what he's capable of.
Yeah, so that's why I think we should back burner that part and just try to get a vial from him.
Yeah.
So just like figure out a place where we can ambush him and drink him.
Yep.
Yeah, without drawing too much attention.
True.
What do we know about his, I suppose this is what we could learn today, his routine? Like, does he use a driver? Could we replace his driver? Does he, those kind of questions on?
He definitely doesn't use a driver. He uses his own car to get to and from. His routine is usually, up at 6 a.m. in the morning. He goes, picks up his secretary, and then they drive to the office together. Usually they spend all day until about 8 p.m. at night, and then he'll either go and leave to go to this, event thing, go have dinner and stuff like that, and then go to the the abandoned warehouse if they're holding their activities, which they hold like a weekly activity. Um, and then sometimes they do it more, sometimes they do it less, and then he usually goes home after that.
Is it still the week of Thanksgiving?
So we
Yes.
spent like a day or two surveilling that and get a couple more willpower back then.
Yeah, if you guys want to do like 3 days of downtime for that.
Yes, please.
Is it
Um,
still the week of Thanksgiving?
yep. So this would make it. So it was probably Monday, I believe Tuesday. So basically, you'd be surveilling him over Thanksgiving. Well, you'd do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is the day that you'd stop.
Oh, so it's
Surveilling.
Thanksgiving.
So
Cool.
now it is Thanksgiving.
So everybody's at home.
Yeah, his routine's going to change, unless it's not, because he's the CEO of a evil oil corporation.
Do they
Yeah,
celebrate
he's the CEO
Thanksgiving?
of the evil corporation with kids. Of course, he's at home.
We could
So-
be ready to go in a vehicle
So that is the
nearby and
question.
just
Do
see.
you want to do this on Thanksgiving, or do you want to take Thanksgiving off and get another will? I'll give you back 2 willpower if you take Thanksgiving off.
Holiday, double pay.
Here's my logic. The best time to either swipe him or abduct him would be on his way to pick up his secretary.
Yep.
He's alone at that point, and he doesn't have backup. We have to do it on a work day then. So let's take Thanksgiving off.
Yeah, I feel like Thanksgiving it gets messy. You got the family and
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about that. My mom wants all you guys to come over for Thanksgiving. You guys don't have any plans, right? I mean, we were kind of assuming.
I'm
Is
down.
anybody going anywhere?
That is a sudden request. I would like to have planned for that a bit more.
Robert, do you have like parents? Like we don't really talk much.
yeah, I don't like to talk about my family much, but no, it's just me out here.
But they're alive?
Yeah,
Huh. That's cool.
yeah.
They don't expect you to come home for Thanksgiving.
No. It's that we've never been a big holiday family.
Are you a
Like,
Jehovah's Witness?
Uh,
They say no,
I
please
just
say no,
I
please say no.
haven't done Thanksgiving much. Let's just leave it at that.
I'm getting like Big Bang Theory type of vibes. Like your parents are insane.
But I would love to experience Thanksgiving for sure. I mean, it's probably not the same as eating a hungry man at home, watching the parade on TV by myself.
No, it's definitely not.
How about you, Malachi?
We do. I would get in trouble if I didn't go to Christmas and Easter. The big ones. But they understand that work can be. I generally will give them a call. That's pretty much where we're at. Give them a call on the minor holidays, in quotes, depending on personal preference. It's
Are
a
they
minor holiday in my family.
are they military?
My dad is. My mom is not. But yes, come from a military household in that regard.
So you're
Yeah,
not
we-
going to be around for Christmas? You got to go home for Christmas?
Well, it would be depending on what's going on. They have a high respect for work requirements, but if I'm not actively at work, then yes, they would expect me home. It takes it should be number 2.
What about you, Phaedra?
My parents are dead. Well, I don't know about my dad, but my mom's dead. You remember the whole reason why I'm here, right, Tycho?
Well, I remember that somebody was killed.
Yeah, Mudding killed my mom. That whole thing. The research.
The reason that
I'll
we're
admit
actually
that
all
I-
together right now.
Couldn't remember which one or who. So long ago. But yeah, anyway, so you're all invited to Thanksgiving at my mom's house this Thursday.
Today.
Today.
Let's call it tomorrow.
Did you forget what it was, buddy?
Well, I
Okay.
figured I would. I'm inviting you at least a day beforehand. I'm not gonna invite you day of.
Okay.
We literally just skipped 2 days in the game without any warning.
So going back one.
I think Tycho set up like an auto email, but set it to Thursday.
We skipped 2 days in game and then corroborated that it was still Thanksgiving week.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm telling you on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down for Thanksgiving.
What is the normal armament at your house? Are heavy weapons accepted, or is that something that would seem over the top?
Do I have to bring a dish?
You know
Should
what?
I bring
If-
something?
If you want to bring your guns over, that's totally cool. And honestly, you don't need to bring food, but if you want to bring something, that's fine. My mom goes all out.
Okay. I can bring like my mom's recipe.
Yeah, this is the first year I'm back too, from my adventures.
Well, speaking of, you're. I keep coming up with ways to use your adventures. They would make for a great assistance in a smash and grab if we were to hit him while he was driving around.
Oh, you mean my car?
No, the guy named David. If we were to hit Lech going around, I don't know. The werewolves seem to make good smash and grab executors.
Oh,
But I
the
understand that you
werewolves,
wanna-
they're not too happy with me right now.
Yeah, I understand we want
Do
to
y'all
hold on.
care about me hijacking like a semi?
Don't hurt anybody. But otherwise,
Can I
no.
ask why?
Can I define anybody? Because
Yes.
I'm guessing he can take a nice hit, right?
So
Who?
you want to define hurt?
The guy we're trying to get stuff from. If hypothetically a semi T-boned his car,
That would be hell of a surprise, that's for sure.
It would
and
also
then
be very
somebody
noticed.
anonymously. True, but we would just anonymously call like the ambulance, and in the meantime, under the guise of helping him out of his burning wreckage, some blood decided to get into a vial.
So
Well-
you want to steal a semi?
Yep.
You want to time it to T-bone this dude's car while he's driving.
That's the part
And then-
that I think is
and
going to
then-
be challenging.
Yeah, and then you want to, while he is incapacitated from the crash,
Hopefully.
steal his blood.
Yep.
I'm sorry if my tone seems a little bit off. I'm actually pretty cool with that plan.
I knew Tycho was my favorite.
The thing is, or actually, no, I'm agreeing. I agree that this is a good plan. If he, the downtown streets Thanksgiving Day, they might be more empty than normal. And if he's going from
Well, it'd be the
Maple
day
Bluff,
after Thanksgiving, though.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
we've
Black
mentioned
Friday.
Thanksgiving.
Is
Black
it Black
Friday?
Friday in 1998?
Oh,
oh
hell
yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It was
Yeah,
a little
in
bit different, but
1998,
it was
no
the
internet.
same deal.
In 1998, they didn't yet have the phenomenon of stores opening at midnight.
Yeah.
Everybody's waking up at 4 a.m. to go stand in line still.
Yeah, I believe Black Friday was still a thing because of how businesses work. It's when they're supposed to cross over to the black
Are
on
you
the year.
telling me that we're old enough to be to the point that there might not have been a Black Friday in our in our lifetime? I'm pretty sure all of my lifetime there's been a Black Friday.
Yeah, it has been a thing. It has changed.
Yeah,
It
It's
has changed
changed,
dramatically, but
apparently,
there was
yeah, interesting.
but I might be that old where I don't understand that's the thing that actually Black Friday is like a 90s phenomenon that popped up and I didn't know that.
The violence started in 2006, surprisingly.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that
I am
seems-
old.
Wait, it took them like 16 years to say, "Fuck you, this is my plushie."
This is my TV. I want this $200 TV.
Looks like it
Everybody
started
was
in the
amicable to that point.
1950s. Ish.
But I'm thinking if we can hit him on like one of these, I guess actually the whole weekend is a good time. Hopefully people aren't moving around as much. The streets might be clear. One disadvantage of hitting him on the way into work is that his secretary is going to be expecting him. And if he takes too long, she might notify not even the authorities, but other people.
True. So,
So we
That's
may want to
fine.
hit him.
and that's why there
post-work.
needs to be a reason to point to, like an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're right that does. And if we're there and we're just helping him, that's literally all we're doing. We're helping him, and then Phaedra is just like in the background with a spoon and a vial, or a cotton swab and a vial.
I
What's
would
the spoon for?
recommend Shrink Gun and Vial. Like
I'm sorry,
trank
can we
him on
go back to the
approach.
spoon?
Trank him on approach just in case.
Syringes are a thing still.
Yeah, well, either way, like put him out right away.
This is the plan. I hijacked
Wait. Can we go back just a second?
Yeah.
Malachi, what's the spoon for? You suggested using a spoon in this?
To scoop the blood. You got to scoop the blood up.
Scooping it into a cup.
Oh, we're scooping it off the street.
and you could put the spoon into the back of the seat of the car and like scrape it upwards and get a bunch of blood out.
Oh God! Scooping it straight off his face.
I'm just saying that scooping is a viable blood collecting technique.
I mean, you're not wrong.
If we punch him in the nose
and then scoop the blood.
and then scoop it, yeah.
Okay. So here's the plan in case they also have people trying to track us to the authorities. Hijack the semi. In about an hour, someone anonymously calls it in as stolen. So it just comes off as some asshole kid stole a semi.
Okay, so you know how to drive a semi?
Well, I was going to. We're going to get to that. I have a feeling I'll be driving the semi.
Yes.
Okay, that was
I hijack cars.
Oh, wait.
Plus, Phaedra needs to be in the help crew to be in presence of the blood. As she's
What if
helping him get out.
What if we hit his car with a car that doesn't exist?
That's harder. It's harder to make a.
Yeah, it's almost good to have a bit of a mess.
I need a mess so that there's confusion. If there is no mess, he'll understand someone was probably gunning for him instead of an accident.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Do we want to have a dead body in the car in the cab of the truck?
No, I like the idea of a hit and run because it was already reported stolen an hour or so before that.
And just like drive it into like
Someone
Monona
just
or
like
something?
took it on a joyride and then ditched.
Yep. And they clearly did it because they did not know how to drive a semi. That's why we're using a semi.
All right, I'm down for this plan. We need to come up with the location, the intersection, because that's going to be the hardest part is getting the timing
So we're
down.
gonna have to be posted there.
And then you guys just happen to be.
Where is the location of his house versus the location of his secretary house?
So she's downtown and he's at the governor area. What is that, Maple Bluff?
He's in Maple Bluff. She's in the condo downtown, I believe.
Yep.
I assumed on the isthmus, but you didn't actually
Yep, on
specify.
the isthmus, yeah, like around by the Capitol. One of those big condos on
Luxury.
Yeah, there's only dozens of
West
them.
Washington.
Oh. Ooh.
The one that Joanne used to live in, which I don't think any of you have actually been
There's
to.
perfect opportunities if you just swipe him off West Wash.
Well, I think we get him before he even gets into the populated area.
Yeah, I like the idea of hitting him
Like over by Park Street.
Maple, like before he gets to what would be East Johnson. Before he, like, in the, I think it's called, is the road called Maple Bluff or is it called Maple Grove?
Well, let's see. So Maple Bluff is just around where Vic Pierce is.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we know the route that he takes?
Yeah, basically he takes what would probably be Sherman down to
Sherman.
Yeah, Sherman down to East Johnson.
And brings that up to the Capitol Loop.
Turns into Gorham Street, and then he'll take Gorham Street until he gets to Wisconsin, and then from Wisconsin he would go to the Capitol Loop, and then he could get down. So it might not make sense, but for some reason always seems to want to hit up the Capitol, because in my game everybody always seems to do stupid stuff in Madison and fuck up traffic because they want to go to the Capitol.
You're actually describing a daily drive for me, and so I know the exact. The Sherman was what I couldn't remember. Sherman is the street. I think we're going to get him on Sherman, but I don't know any good cross streets on Sherman.
Commercial.
Yeah.
Yep. Also remember, we just hijacked this semi. One ways do not apply to us. If you want to swipe him, literally any street is fair game.
But commercial and Sherman.
We definitely don't want to draw cop attention until we can make the contact at minimum, because otherwise we might not have the time to get the information and product.
Okay. Then our restrictions are it has to be okay for us to be driving on the road. We also have to have high enough velocity to knock his car out.
Yeah. I feel commercial is, if commercial's the street I think it is, does that go near it comes up right next to Vic Pierce on the perpendicular? Yes. I think that's the intersection we want to get him at. It's going to throw his car into a bank, like into a lawn. And I think there's even a retaining wall there, so it's not going to hit any buildings. You can get tons of speed on that commercial because it's not a heavily trafficked road.
Well, what we'd have to do is manipulate the traffic light that's there, right? Get his car to stop right before the traffic light, clear out the traffic on commercial, and then get the semi up to speed.
And then turn his green.
Turn his green. Semi comes through. I'm looking at the map right now. I'm very familiar with that intersection.
Same.
And this is so perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So one of us would have to be on the lights.
I'm in the semi. We don't have a semi yet. We need to work on that.
And I guess that's me then, because Phaedr's got to do the blood.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll handle the lights.
And let's have Tycho
back up. Both work on the lights, because you really.
Well, who's driving us out of there?
Tycho. His invisible car.
Spirit car.
My car is kind of loud, but
yeah, I don't know if that works. Well,
then we could just secure like a nice taxi.
Well, I'm
two cars. We do not
want. Can't we kind of like make your car not so loud?
No.
Okay.
So I think that I'm the only one that actually needs to flee. Like, I don't think that you guys would need to flee at all. You would just have to be like.
House is close.
So just disperse.
Isn't it? Yeah. Where did we say my house is located? You can just stay low for like a week.
That's a good point. Yeah, we could just disperse.
Well, I I like the idea of two people on the quote rescue, and so like Tycho could be like helping him, and that's when Phaedra's doing her work, but she still came up as someone else that was ready to assist. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
We
so
are
we got.
out of the vehicle.
So Robert, you need to write a subroutine that we can inject into that light. We have to procure a semi. I
Oh,
might be
I'm
able to
betting
do that
those
at
are
that.
almost analog. I could probably just switch them at will.
We would need to get. I'm assuming. I'm thinking the 51 truck stop, the Pinecone. I think it's called. I think that might be a good place to pick up the semi. I can't think of what 51 looks like getting over to Sherman though.
Getting over to Sherman, you can do Aberg.
Okay.
So you take
We just want something
51
pretty
to
direct. I'm a,
Aberg. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not necessarily direct, but it's fast.
yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
go
the
straight
key.
down 51
I mean,
to.
what we can do is get there a little early. Well,
Well, actually, let's talk about that. So this is still Wednesday night, right? That we're talking about this.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do Thanksgiving, and then we'll tell my mom that we're going out to the bars because that's what people do on Thanksgiving in normal years. And instead, we'll go over and we'll do a dry run. We'll make sure that the magic works on the lights. I mean, the enhanced scientific devices are working on the lights, and we'll do some timing trials. Figure it out.
And are we looking at hitting his schedule Monday evening? Is that the
well, it'd
I-
be Monday morning before work, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
we
thought-
want
you're right, you're
to
right.
snag him on the way to picking
You're
up
right.
the secretary.
that was a concern for me, but realizing that we had a legitimate accident is going to be a fine cover. And so yeah, okay. So then we do it like 6:15 ish in the morning. That'll be good because there won't be too busy.
Oh, you mean
6:30
the
maybe?
dry run?
Yeah, for the actual hit. If he's out his house at 6 a.m. every day.
I was thinking like the night of Thanksgiving, we do it 3 a.m.
Oh
when
yes. The
the streets
test
are
we should
all.
do. Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
But
test run or set up.
yeah, do the test run. Do we know, is he going to work on Friday? Have we figured that out?
Or do
Yeah.
we just wait till Monday?
It does seem like the offices are open. They're closed officially for like the office hours that they post online. Which maybe people don't do that actually at that point in time. But you were able to find that they're open on Fridays.
He doesn't strike me as the Black Friday type.
Yeah, it's you get Thanksgiving off. I know I've worked for so many companies that have done this. It's like you get Thanksgiving off, come back on Friday. It's like, what? Friday? Like, what am I gonna do on
Also,
Friday?
He runs an evil oil company, like
Exactly.
a legitimately objectively evil oil company. Of course, he's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Surprised he wasn't working
guaranteeing
on
that
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
all of
exactly.
his
He is.
staff is there. Yes.
Well, no, he forced other people to work. Remember, he's a CEO.
Yeah, he's got to keep up appearances too, you know.
Well,
All right.
work is
Hi,
just
what
sex
do you
for
look
him.
like?
So
True.
What was that?
Malachi, what do you look like?
Malachi.
like the
Like
picture,
how-
right?
I hate to say it, but generic white dude. Like little bit scruffy, dark hair, like beard and head of hair. It's a little unkempt. I don't keep it as clean cut as I would when I was in the military proper. And then in terms of everything else, we can. I'm flexible. I am able to throw on coveralls and flannel if you need me to, or
he needs to
I'm
look,
gonna need high vis and a hard hat.
he needs to look like a 19-year-old kid. So you're gonna have to shave the beard.
all black. Keep the no. We're not shaving. We're not shaving the beard. We will. I will wear all black.
Okay.
I'm willing to wear a mohawk. Like spiky mohawk. or just a spiky head, helmet head, whatever, however, like you want to do up. I do have a little bit of hair to work with. And otherwise,
Then a bandana to cover the bottom half of your face. You can do the mohawk, but black hoodie and overalls and all that shit.
and go all gothy. Is Goth the right kind of person that would steal a? Yeah, no, I think it is.
Man, they're
It's not
those
gothy.
Satanists.
Yeah.
Who knows what kind of crazy things they do?
I just realized that I might be able to stay at the scene and just be really apologetic. Oh, what's my manipulation? I don't know if it's high enough to actually pull that off, though. It'd be better if I run. So yeah, I think we should assume that I'm going to flee on foot. We should have a vehicle nearby that I can get in, and get out of there quicker so I can't be found. But I'll flee on foot and I'll just leave the truck.
Flee on foot.
And then come pick us up, or are we still?
You
Or
should
at
least flee like several blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could come pick you up, but we need to keep a change of clothes, in the car, so I can just like put on a jacket, brush my hair back, and pull it into a ponytail or something, and then just come and get you. I don't want to look the same as my, assaulting character that we're building. Okay, so
Yes,
we're gonna do it.
Black Friday sales on high vis and hard hats.
Are we going to stay with him until paramedics arrive, so that we have a witness that we were just bystanders?
Depends on how bad he is, but most likely, possibly. Like, if he's just like kind of disillusioned, he might demand that we don't call a paramedic, and then just like walk away. Just like, all right, well, you do you, man, and just leave. But if he's actually real bad injured, it's hard to predict. The timing is going to be a little bit forward, a little bit backward. He might not be hurt enough, and then we're going to have to stab him. So,
Oh yeah.
Well, Phaedra's going to shrink him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as we go to pull him out of the car,
Yep.
a syringe is
Trank him.
going in his shoulder blade.
yeah, trank him as you're pulling him out of the
Paramedics can-
car.
Well,
And then if anybody shows up or walks past, they're gonna see somebody that just got pulled out of a car that's delirious because they were just in a heavy accident. But that'll give you the time you need.
Yeah.
or if
good
he gets
plan.
a
I'm not
blood
gonna
panel,
try-
they find out he was tranked. And
I'm not
then
gonna
people
trank
start
him.
asking questions.
I'm just.
He ain't going to the doctor.
Yeah, no, he's not. I'm not gonna trank him. I'm just gonna pull blood out at that point. You can just blame it on like he got scraped by the car as we pulled him out.
Can you sharpen your fingernails into something that you could just like scrape? Oh no, you need blood, not DNA.
Syringe.
Syringes.
Syringe.
Even I'm pretty sure you could get like a pretty fancy little like spring-loaded hypodermic type thing going.
Ooh.
I feel like the more blood, the better.
Oh,
But like, we
now.
don't want all of it.
Tycho, would you like to help me make something real?
I am pretty good with hypertech.
Yeah. I basically want something I can wrap around my wrist that will act like, well, I mean, I guess like a syringe. Or like if I press it, it basically just gives me a small amount of blood from whoever
Bunch
I'm.
of little things.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's cool.
I just thought of another modification of the plan that involves a little bit more larceny. We should steal an ambulance, and you
I
guys
thought
are
of
the
that, but
paramedics.
that seems too
He
big.
will not get into ambulance.
Okay.
If
all right.
he's still cognitive, he won't get in it. That's why
Yeah,
I'd
all right.
rather
Okay. Yep. You
physically
got a
grab
plan.
him out of the car.
Yeah. I mean, it would be imperative if we were going to pose as like
If we were trying to
medical workers.
interrogate him right away, I think that would be the way to go.
Yeah.
But
No, this is literally Phaedra is walking by, quote unquote, on her way to work, helps the guy out, and while she's helping him out,
Gets
assuming he
cheese.
doesn't attack us, she gets some blood,
Yeah,
and he
We're
doesn't
hoping he
even
can
know.
walk away from this and
Yeah.
not even realize. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
just glad
if
this
that
guy.
car's got smoking and or on fire, you have not done your job, Malachi.
I mean, I'm slightly concerned for my own safety going through a crash like that. I feel like a semi versus a
I have
small
pills.
car is.
I'm working.
Yeah, I'm pretty
on,
sure you'll be okay in a semi.
I've got you, Holmes.
I am glad that he's not a vampire proper, because a vampire proper, I would be afraid he's going to get out of the car and be able to chase me down.
You can always just put it on high speed, put a brick on the gas, and tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
That's challenging to, like, the timing of that. I'm skilled driver, but I'm not a skilled jumper. What would it be when you jump out of a vehicle like that? I want to do the timing right, so I feel like I'm going to be driving.
As long
it
as
through
your
the
heart's
accident.
still beating, I got you, Holmes.
Well, and
Even if
and
it
even
isn't,
if
I've
it's
got your DNA.
No, just
I have one of your stamina pills, and so I'm going to take one of those before the actual impact, even though that's going to be
yeah.
a
That
bit.
works.
It's
I'm
going to
so
hurt me a little
mad.
bit.
My last run on my flesh band-aid, I'm still working on it. This close to having like thick skin.
And that will take me to 6 stamina, so that might be a little bit of a problem. But other than that,
I mean, that's 6 stamina for all of maybe like 30 seconds before impact.
yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
what
take a hit. So
that's what I'm thinking. And so maybe have somebody on backup to get me out in case I go unconscious. I don't think I will, but like there's the chance it could go horribly wrong.
would you like
No,
some willpower pills too while we're at it to make sure
Yes,
that you
Tycho will
can
be
stay
there.
conscious?
Yeah, I'm the God, I hate this word. Floater. I'm the floater. I'm unassigned.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. And yes, I will take those willpower pills. I'm going to notate. You're giving me one?
Yep, I think I still got one left. Let me check my sheet.
I've got one left if he needs it.
Yeah.
Is that it just adds a +1 willpower? Is that
For an hour. Yep.
okay?
Or
Okay, I don't have any
1
more
point
pills.
off willpower rolls for 1 hour.
And I will just I will take that for the sole purpose of making sure that I come through the crash conscious.
Yeah, so I'll give him mine.
Okay.
So currently my plan is so on the opposite side of the intersection, there are some buildings. I'm fairly certain those were there in 1998. I could be wrong.
It
But
probably looks a little different.
I'll summon Sosi and I'll park her back there, and that'll be our getaway car. But we might not need it.
Okay. You guys got your evac plan. I need to get like a cheap Toyota Corolla 2 blocks away that I'm going to use.
I would say let's do 4 blocks, and
4
if you're
blocks.
not wounded, wound yourself a little bit so it looks like you're leading in the opposite direction of us.
Then you're gonna leave these
Mm.
vampire people.
We'll see how the actual crash itself works out. It might just be.
He might be bleeding anyway, so
Yeah,
who
well,
knows?
you know.
True. Or we could go to like a pharmacy real quick and snag like a blood bag and just leak that over the place for a bit.
At least it's
I
not
don't
my
really
blood
care.
that way.
Stealing blood bags to own the vampires.
Yeah.
Probably have some in the lab for testing.
We don't want to
Yeah, you
leak
could
too
get some in
weird
the
of
lab.
blood. We don't want to drop like alien blood or anything like that. But
I don't have clearance for that yet.
okay, well, I'm sure that they'll be granting you clearance within the month, if I was to guess, because we have done some amazing work here. Also, let's do this hijacking. Do we want to run the trial or on Thursday as we're in prep
We'll do
for
it Thursday
Friday?
night after we go chill at Tycho's house.
I
I'm down for some macaroni
also
and
need to
cheese.
acquire my my disguise somehow.
I need to get one too. And normally I go through regular sources. I suppose we could just hit up a Goodwill.
Yeah, I need a business suit and some other clothes. I'm down for Goodwill.
Oh, from Madison. It's Ragstock time.
Oh yeah, and it's
Oh.
like post Halloween.
Yeah, so we should
Only
be
just getting to Thanksgiving.
we should be able to get this shit cheap. It'll be on special.
They always have high vis. I know that.
All right. So I think we're still at Phaedra's. So yeah, let's hop in. What kind of do we have transportation? One of you guys has a car from the base, right?
I kind of assume that I have
always
one, but
rely on one of you guys to drive me because I don't have any driving skill.
I feel that my drive allows me a shitty vehicle for personal use, and I assume that I have been using it. It was a Dodge Neon at that
Yeah,
time.
you check it out from the motor pool. Yeah.
No. It was in 1998. That would have been in high school. That was post the Dodge Dakota. I would have been driving a Dodge Neon that was sky blue. Before I got the Kia. So yeah, it would have been a sky blue Dodge Neon is my a getting around vehicle, we'll say.
Wait, in 1998?
Yeah.
So it's new?
It was new to me. It wasn't. I apologize if I implied it was a 98 Neon. No, it was like a 92 Neon that I was driving in 98.
Oh, okay.
That was my first vehicle I owned proper. The first vehicle that was mine in quotes came from my parents, and that was a Dodge Dakota, a V8 Dodge Dakota. That thing had some get up. Love that truck.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah,
I had a Plymouth Reliant and then an Oldsmobile 88.
So I feel good that I got one of those. I mean, all of my expenses is just going to guns. So it's not like I have I live cheaply. I got my one resource dot. Hopefully that will cover a simple shitty truck or car.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're good on that.
All right, so again, I'm not going to want to use that as my escape vehicle, but it'll get us around.
You could always just run around until you find another car to hijack and then use that one.
Do we have any hijacking automated suites that will make it easier? Like electronic, one of those keys that you kind of just plug in, you pull the trigger, and then it just starts going.
You could probably make one, but nobody has one on hand.
Could I use intelligence in Streetwise to try to make a contraption real quick?
I will assist you with that.
Yeah, absolutely. There isn't security, is there? On your guys' character sheets? I think it's just replaced by technology now. So Streetwise is a great one. I like that. So Streetwise plus intelligence to lower the difficulty on making an Arate roll if you want to make a magical one, or if you want to make your own lockpick set. It'd be a little bit different than just a mundane one. I would say difficulty 8. You need 2 successes.
How do you feel about wits and technology or wits and computer from my end of the building of the device?
Okay. I got 3 successes to lower my Arate roll.
Okay.
Okay.
So I would say that's cool. You can do that, Malachi. So go ahead and do your lower of the Arate roll. Phaedra, go ahead and do a Arate roll difficulty of 6.
Is that with the lower?
Oh, with the lower it would be base is 6, so that would be 3.
Okay. 2 successes.
All right.
Everything looks so new and shiny.
No.
Yeah, it's different. All right, so Malachi, if you want to go ahead and assist, and then see what we end up with then.
All right, so this is my wits computer.
Ooh.
Very nice. That is 2, 4, 5 successes.
All right, so then go ahead and roll difficulty of 3. Arate.
Difficulty. The only thing I don't like about the new sheet is that it seems to take a little bit longer. And my arete roll is 2, 3, 4 total successes out of 3.
Yeah, so you guys make a pretty kick-ass electronic key lockpick.
Is it solid enough that I could use it twice? Once for the semi and then once for my getaway?
Yeah, I'll say that you guys have a good. Every success will be a use. So you guys had 4, 5, 6, 6 successes. So you guys, I'm gonna say 5 uses that you guys have on that electronic key until you need to charge it back up.
Man.
And you can even give it to other people. It's a little gadget. They can use it too.
Hell yeah.
Auto lockpick, 5 uses. It has been noted. Okay, so we got a plan for that. We got a plan for. So I feel pretty good about my component. Do you guys need anything for your sides of the for your roles in this operation?
I think we.
AFK for just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm debating on if we just made our device a little too good.
No, I don't think we did. I just have to not lose it.
Well, no. Here's my problem. If it looks like we hijacked this car,
Oh, we need to damage it a little bit. I'll
pull some
pry the-
wires out afterwards.
Yeah. I'll jam a screwdriver into the ignition and like really bend some metal around and shit to make it look like it was done. Maybe I'll rip the wiring loom out. I can make it look at least the semi I can make look like it was an amateur.
Yeah, I don't care about your getaway car.
Yeah, getaway car, actually the cleaner that is the better. And then I'll just drive it to my regular car.
Would you like me to teach you how the wires should look?
Are you able to?
Yeah. How do you think?
I am back.
Yeah. I might not have driven the cars, but I sure did low jack them. Somebody had to make some money somehow.
I absolutely would take your in terms of covering, making it look like an amateur ripped it, like stole the vehicle. I would absolutely take your suggestions.
Okay. So then, yeah, I pull you back towards the computer and show you some pictures of some really shitty drawings of cars and which wires should look like what.
Okay. That is are you teaching me streetwise right now?
I mean, kinda.
What is your skill in streetwise?
I've got one dot in streetwise, but I don't think there's enough for you to get a point. Because streetwise is kind of a vague thing where you gotta know the streets, kind of.
Well, I was if you had a 2, I was going to argue for a 2, but I also have a 1. So I don't think that you're going to bump up my skill at all, but it is still useful information, this specific of getting that car to look proper the way that we want that semi to look. And then we still have the auto lock for the getaway vehicle. We're gonna pick up some business suits or some.
Yeah, I need
costumes.
some suits for the mission, and also I should probably look nice for Thanksgiving. I don't have any.
Yeah, I should
nice
also.
clothes.
How well are you dressing? Are you dressing like business casual, or like, do you think this is a business formal scenario?
This is more, yeah. It's teetering between. I don't want church clothes. I'm not going home to see my family, but
all right. I'm gonna do Dockers.
do a nice set of pants, and then just throw on a t-shirt and a hoodie. We'll keep the top casual and the bottom is business formal.
No hoodie.
Really keep them guessing that way.
Okay.
You guys have met my mom. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
She'll
but
just be
like
happy
it's
to have
different.
company.
I know your work mom. I don't know
Yeah,
mom.
I'm right there with Phaedra, and that like you realize people are different when they're in their homes with their families versus when they're at work representing. She seems pretty kind of like a hard ass at work, unless I'm way off with that assessment.
Oh,
She's
she's
probably
just,
different with
you
like
know,
an
she's
apron in the
just,
kitchen.
she just likes things a certain way. But I'm interested to see how she acts too. It's it's been the two of us for so long, ever since my father disappeared.
Your father, Brock Samsonite? No. Your
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is it Brock?
What is it?
Buck Samsonite.
Bucks. Yeah, Buck.
Yeah, not Brock. Buck.
Buck Samsonite.
I love how you forgot what your father's name is.
Am I allowed to ask her questions like, what was it like to have relations with someone so famous?
I mean, she's kind of famous too.
Play it by ear.
Feel it
we
out.
also
Okay.
we're also all apparently part of the same high-level conspiracy with reality deviants. So, fun times. Who knows who's going to show up, right?
I tell you, I don't know about you, but those reality deviants, they can know how to have a good time. Some weird shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll have to tell you guys some of my werewolf stories someday. Anyway, what do we still have to do tonight? Right? It's we got to go pick up costumes.
Clothes. Yes, getting clothes.
All right. You know what? Let's just take the bus down to State Street.
I'm down with that.
I think Ragstock closes at like 8, so we got time.
I'm gonna not carry my assault rifle, but I will be concealed carrying my pistol.
Yeah, it should be fine.
I don't leave without my trank gun. You never know.
You never know. That's the same reason. Yep, I understand completely.
Oh,
I only wish that assault rifle was. Go ahead.
Speaking of guns, Malachi, can you bring an extra pistol to my house tomorrow? Because I'm gonna have to. I can't use my ray gun in case we need to use it. So I'll need a gun. I don't have one.
Yes, I will loan you one of mine,
Okay.
and we'll get you properly. We'll get a requisition order in, or maybe we'll head over to Jim and Steve's Firearm Emporium over on the west side. We'll get you something, but I will have something for you for tomorrow.
Well, I assume you have extra guns, and we're doing this off book, so
yeah, that's I'm the same
didn't
concern.
want to take it out of the armory. So
Make sure that when you guys go to get the gun, though, that you explain that you need to get it so that you need to protect yourself from a cult of vampires.
in Madison, they would probably just ask which one.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe Jim and Steve is a good place of the intel, the pulse of the city. The down low. Who's buying guns and what are they afraid of? That's the pulse.
Okay, so we need a high vis jacket and a hard hat.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for that.
I want to dress up like one of those really crusty hippies. I've always wanted to try it out.
No one wants to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like hanging out, at 6:30 in the morning.
All right, I want everybody that's going to go get all of these things to do investigation plus intelligence roll, difficulty of 4. We'll see if some weird shit happens.
Okay, hold on.
Investigation.
I imagine everybody
know how to
even.
roll on this page now.
Oh no, yeah, it's
I thought that didn't include me, and then I realized I also need my goth costume, so I do need to.
Assuming difficulty 6. Ooh, so good.
difficulty 4.
Still 4 successes.
I got 2 successes. Or no, I didn't. I'm at a complete 0.
Can I argue for perception as I'm looking through the store windows?
Yeah.
All right, that helps me out so much.
Wait.
All right, I'm gonna sound dumb. But how do I roll on
Phaedra,
this?
why did it take a die away from you?
What do you mean?
Are you hurt?
Oh yeah, but that's it. You were supposed to roll 5 dice. There's a -1 on your dice pool.
Oh,
You are currently hurt. Oh, the character sheet is much easier to designate your damage now.
You can do 10 equals 2 successes up in the top
I
right
don't know
now.
why I was hurt. That was a long time ago.
Yep, so
Look
go
Where do
ahead
you
and
see that?
reroll. Health, if you can just check mark health now, much easier than it was before.
So
Where
how
is
do I
the-
roll abilities though?
You have to use the gear on the die pools at the top, and then adjust the attribute
Okay.
and ability.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So what are we rolling?
You can do perception plus investigation, or intelligence plus investigation. I guess you could even do wits plus investigation if you really wanted to be witty
Let's
about
see.
it.
It's Ragstock. I'm trying to. It was so long ago. I'd actually go wits, honestly. That story was weird.
Oh, there it is. 10s equal 2 successes.
Yep. If you hit the top gear on the top right, there's 10s equals 2 successes.
I wonder if that's going to just solve the problem of having to do manual counting. Because, god damn it, the manual counting. Shaking fist at the sky. Oh, you did. You were solid.
Yeah,
I
got
had
4
one
successes.
success. Phaedra is just picking things out of the, just finding all of the good shit.
Faye just like I shop here all the time.
They do.
All right, you guys are able to get all of the stuff that you guys are kind of needing to pull this all off. So you guys head over to Tycho's house, and there is a Thanksgiving feast set up for you. Is that correct?
The next day.
Oh yeah, the next day.
Yeah, so I go home. See you guys tomorrow. I tell my mom everybody's coming. She's
great.
elated.
Yeah, great. We can catch up on what you guys have been doing.
Yeah. Yeah, what we've been doing. Talk all about it tomorrow.
Not today.
I'm tired.
But we should talk about it all right now so that we know what to talk about when we get... No, we don't want to do 2 scenes of this. Never mind. It'd be an interesting show where it's like it's just the same. Everybody's talking about the same thing, but you gotta keep on relaying the whole story. You know how they always do cutscenes and stuff like that, and ways to make it so you don't have to repeat exactly what happened, but just do a show where you actually do that, where you go through the whole explanation after going through a scene.
It's like coming back from commercial, but you never left for commercial.
All right, so you guys arrived for Thanksgiving. It's a nice house down in Sherwood Hills, I would imagine, is where you guys would live.
Sherwood. I don't even know where that is.
You don't know where Sherwood Hills is?
I dated a girl from there once. It's a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, it's the professor neighborhood, basically, just outside of the UW, and it's on the lake shore.
Her dad was a professor, so yeah, it fits.
Yeah, a bunch of professors live there. I canvassed there, like knocked on doors talking about politics. So I got to meet a lot of.
Shorewood Hills.
Oh, what did I say?
Sherwood.
Shorewood.
I look
Yes.
in Wyoming.
You know me and words. They don't. I come from a different universe. Okay, it's not my fault that you guys have all these weird name changes that you guys did in this one.
Attacks from Robin Hood are common in this area.
Shorewood Hills. See, Josh knew what I was talking about, though. We have this Josh
okay.
link.
Over just west of the hospital. Okay. There we go.
All right.
Got my bearings.
So yeah, so you guys, you're on one of the lake houses. You're.
You have a lake house?
Hell yeah, man. She's like.
Damn, dude.
Dude, she's pulling in probably about maybe 8 figures from the job she's doing right now.
8 figures?
Yeah, like.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's Technogate, man.
8 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's over $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Technogate. Top dog at Technogate?
Well,
Okay.
she's not necessarily making it all from Technogate. She probably makes $1 million a year off of Technogate, and then reinvestment and invention creation. And I mean, she's an inventor. She also holds patents on shit she's slowly releasing, and she is your mother's good with money.
Tycho, not to be rude, but I think you've undersold your upbringing a bit to us.
God, you bought the whole fucking drawer of silver spoons at this point.
I was thinking about stealing some stuff, but now it's like, I don't know.
Wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, if you know what I mean.
Shut up. I'd be surprised if my cereal isn't moldy back in my shack in comparison.
Now, do remember that Tycho doesn't have you have nothing in resources, or do you have 1 in resources?
I didn't.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not saying this is that Tycho reaps the benefit of this.
Not at all.
I just grew up here.
Yeah, well, you sleep here too, but it's also a reminder that you suck with money, and your mother is really good with money.
Yeah. Richie Rich over here with no dime.
I'm pulling up in my Dodge Neon.
I assume I have like a credit card that I'm supposed to use in emergencies, but it just like it's not that.
I would say if you have 0 in resources, no, you have you have access to nothing. She's like, you can sleep here. I'll drive you into work, but I'm not buying you a car. I'm not getting you anything besides, you can eat out of my, kitchen and stuff like that. We can have dinners when we have dinners. But she also does work approximately 19 hours a day, give or take.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. Also, I just got back from 4 years adventuring, so I'm just staying here until I find my own place.
Crap, 4 years. That's almost like you're as much of a stranger as we are.
Yeah. That's why my mom wanted to do this.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. So you guys are all sitting down at a giant table overlooking the lake. She's got yeah, I'm gonna say she's got little robots that she uses for like servants and stuff like that, Roombas and the like. That especially in the '90s, some people went kind of crazy with that stuff. Remember Rocky when he had the robot?
I would be remiss to not say that I love the shit out of those little robots.
Yeah, so there's some of that action kind of going on in here, and she's sitting down at the table, kind of welcomes everybody as they kind of come in, and Um, she is not religious in any way, shape, or form, or anything like that. So it's just sit down, eat, and she's already eating by the time that people are getting here, and kind of taking her not one day off a year, but the 7 days that she does take off a year. This is one of them.
I would like to roll a wits and etiquette to be polite.
Same.
All right, everybody, go ahead and do a wits and etiquette, except for Tycho. Actually, Tycho, you can if you want. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
I'll do it.
What's that
While
again?
everybody's rolling, does anybody's character like football? Because I looked it up.
No.
I feel like I would. I just don't know what ability that would be under.
Well, no, I would just tell you who's playing today.
Oh, who's playing today? Who's are we going to catch the game?
On November 26th, 1998, it was the Steelers versus the Vikings and the Lions versus the Cowboys.
Did the Steelers win?
Or no, wait, sorry. This is a poorly formatted thing. It was the Steelers versus the Lions and the Vikings versus the Cowboys.
I still
There
don't
you go.
know. I want both the
That-
Vikings and the Cowboys to lose that game.
Me too.
What?
It is Wisconsin, so yeah, football is off.
I make small talk on my way in about
How many dice?
things she doesn't give a shit about at all, but talking about football and the. You made at least 10. Don't forget to count the extra successes.
So you still have to count? It just nags you?
It just warns you about it.
What the-
Don't
Yeah,
forget.
that's not right.
That's
That's
going
literally
off.
all it does. It doesn't. 'Cause that is wrong. That is
Wow.
3 successes total.
Yeah, I changed it to 10s count as 2. That must, yeah, it just nags you. Fucking terrible.
Okay.
At least it does remind you to reference it. But
That's good, yeah. Okay, so everybody seems to be quite, formal enough for her, and she's truthfully informal at this point. She's kind of relaxing in a nice dress. You've never seen her. Usually, she's in her like lab uniforms and stuff like that. She's kind of got her hair down, and she's like, "So, what have you guys been up to?"
this and that. I'm going to kind of push myself towards the side of the conversation near Robert as I let someone else take over.
Well, we were off this week, so I think we've been doing firearms training, right, Malachi?
Yeah, he's surprisingly not awful with the shotgun. It's we're
Yeah, I
thinking
mean-
about changing our outfits. But yeah, it's any time on the range is a good time.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I've been using a ray gun all my life, and apparently, I shouldn't have been so afraid of these explodey pistols.
Do you have much experience with a shotgun or the like, Ms. Tycho? I don't actually know what your last name is. Vance, Ms. Vance. And then what is the intuition roll for?
Intuition would be.
Fuck, it's gonna be empathy, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be empathy, or yeah, it'd be really empathy plus perception.
Fuck, do I not have empathy?
Assuming we're talking about firearms directly, could I do perception and firearms at half successes?
I'll do firearms plus firearms plus perception at difficulty 8.
All right, I don't have any in empathy. I thought that I was supposed to be a character that did, but I don't. So we'll fix that later.
Same.
Difficulty is 8.
And this is, yeah, does she have much successes? Oh, it did the same for me. And so it looks like I had 2 successes on that firearms roll. The wits and adequate is not correct. Perception firearms is what I rolled.
Okay. Um, so I would say that you kind of get an idea that from like her muscle tone and stuff like that, that she probably has at least some martial arts training and possibly firearms training.
Oh, you tone. But I'm sorry. What does she admit to having to using firearms in the past?
She nods and says, "Yeah, I've dealt with them in the past. I prefer to not be on the front line of action, but in my youth, I've had adventures."
Oh well, somebody's got to be there, but I'm sure you know why I'm part of this team. Uh, and then I'm going to keep an eye on. I want to read her like whenever she responds, but I'm going to let other people interact with her to do that. And so I kind of want to sit back and just watch her reactions, like her facial expressions as she's in conversation with other people.
So have you learned anything new about what Muddin is doing? You are in a safe space here. Just talk freely.
Shit, have we learned anything new since the last time we talked with
I
her?
think we talked about going up against uh, the Ravenous. We could tell her about our plans about the vampire.
I always like telling her about her plans after they happen.
I agree completely. That is something you confer after it worked, not before it might or might not have worked. We haven't. I don't believe that we told her that Mutton in a different timeline was able to reacquire his knife, even in spite of the protections put in place. I know we told Maxie, but we didn't tell. I don't think we told Technogate.
Yeah, we could tell her about the alternate timeline. Did we tell her about that?
Yeah, because we tried getting her to crack the code that she would have made.
Well, yeah, you kind of alluded to a little bit of it. You kind of gave her a hug and then gave her that thing. She looked at it for a little bit, handed it back to you, and said, "You need to crack this."
Yeah, we didn't get that information out of the code yet at that point, so we didn't tell her.
Correct. Yeah, that's my take
Yeah,
on that timeline because that was a recent
I still
reveal.
have to, and I think I still have to work on that, but I couldn't at the time because I was out of willpower.
This is all completely separate from your father's journal, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want to not get crossed with the different.
Yeah.
So okay.
And my father's journal is currently with Phaedra.
Yep.
I gave it to
Yep.
her 'cause I was too emotionally invested.
It's a very, very big of you to do. You earned respect points in my book, which are meaningless, but labeled.
Where is that on my character sheet? Respect points from Malachi.
That actually is something that's on my character sheet.
Wait, did
Actually,
you
too,
write it?
I think what we're gonna do is take a quick 15-minute break since we're about halfway through right now. So we'll be back at 8:50. I think we'll be. I think this is a good time to kind of get our
Yeah.
heads straight as to what we kind of want to talk about at the dinner, and then finish out the getting the blood.
Cool.
As a quick note, when we return, I have a very important question for my mother.
Oh no.
Please don't
Dun,
make your
dun,
mom
dun.
mad at you. I'm trying to get her to like me.
No, it's a joke, but it is still a question. It'll be fun.
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, be right back. All right, we are back. So we left off
Hello.
that we were in the middle of Thanksgiving, and you were at the table with Miss Vance, head
Yeah, we
of
still
Q
don't have a
Division.
first name for her.
That's on you, man. I'm not making that one up.
Did she bring a guest? Is there a guest here that's like her plus one, or
No,
is it just her in her house?
just her in her house, and the robots, the robots.
Oh yeah, the question that I was going to ask her, Mom, you didn't get this turkey from the progenitor lab again this year, did you?
Uh, well, I mean, but it's so juicy.
Oh,
They make the
Go
best.
over at Phaedra to see if she's reacting to this positively or negatively, because I don't know enough about it.
I'm looking at the turkey in wide-eyed wonder.
I mean, come on, it has restorative properties that are really good for you.
It's quite
I just-
delicious, I say, with a mouthful of mashed potatoes and turkey.
I still eat it. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I just, I don't trust all those progenitors, and I just kind of look over at Phaedra.
I jabbed the turkey with my fork a little forcefully. Fucking delicious, Tycho.
Yeah, well, it cooks itself apparently.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for us and what we do for you people, you would have probably passed out a long time ago.
All I can tell is that based on the awesome meal in front of me, the secret is to like shake some tiny green shit on top of everything. Gravy, those yams. I'm not sure what those are. Carrots. You gotta have an orange vegetable, and then you cut up some green shit on top of it. That's the secret to culinary cooking.
And put a little
Apparently.
sauce right next to it, but not on it.
Yeah. I'm taking notes for in case I have to impress people in the future.
It could use some salt.
I don't see that on the table, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's no salt.
There's pecan
She
pie.
just looks at you like she's like gonna stab you. It's got the perfect amount of everything you need. Don't fuck with the spell. I mean, the procedure. So I imagine that you have questions for me.
Yeah, why were you so adamant in trying to control Tycho's involvement when he ended up being effective, referencing the meeting? Just say that out.
Well, that is a good question.
Going right to it.
Because I had calculated that if he had gone to the meeting and had proceeded with the actions that did happen, that he would be lost in time. Interestingly enough, you seem to have come back through time, throwing off quite a bit of my calculations of what I had prepared to do for the next 20 years.
I mean, technically you did them. And that's why we're back.
I gathered that from the jump drive that you gave me.
Oh yeah, we're still working on that.
Yeah, I find that, or I would guess that future me probably wanted to build a puzzle for you to work through had you gotten back. I also imagine that there's probably some AI that's probably still examining what's going on and the information that's happening here, but yeah, keep that drive on you wherever you go.
Como? You
That's
said
it.
you made it
Well,
or will make it?
I guess.
Possible version of her did make it theoretically.
Oh yeah, was he not there with us?
Time travel makes my head hurt.
Speaking of things that make my head hurt, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this one. But do you have any information on vampires that we might not have been able to just kind of scrape together ourselves? Because this whole thing's kind of freaking me out.
I look around. I'm like, oh shit, wait. Oh yeah, because of that Ravnos thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, everybody at the meeting seemed pretty taken aback at that revelation.
yeah. I didn't even know vampires existed, and now I'm hearing that there's this whole Ravenos thing.
To be honest, I'm not very schooled in the areas of vampiric studies. To be honest, I thought that they were a myth, and there is an extreme obscurity, from my understanding, to their existence. Even the technocracy, for the most part, denies the existence of vampires. There's supposedly groups that maybe hunt vampires inside of the technocracy, but if they are, they're deep undercover and locked up underneath paperwork, mountains of paperwork that it would take in order to try and uncover any identities or any information that they've uncovered. As far as the open stance of the technocracy is that there are no vampires. They were if there were vampires, they were destroyed long ago.
Have you ever designed anything for those teams that might exist that maybe even if you didn't know you were making it, it seemed kind of vampire related?
Um, the only things that would be possibly related would be maybe plasma-based weapons that I've created. Um, that would have the capability of destroying something. If you believe the myths that they're afraid of or fire and sunlight. Plasma's not necessarily going to be sunlight, but it's going to be one hell of a fire.
And that is a difference from the normal laser weapons?
Yes. Yeah, plasma is going to be causing much more of a burn effect.
Huh.
And my estimates would if a creature is afraid of fire, that plasma would amp that up a little bit.
You got that setting on your little thingy there? Talking to Tycho, gesturing towards his gun. Do you have your gun on you? I don't know.
Well, I mean, my dad's ray gun.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing the gun belt at the dinner table.
Okay, I didn't like. I got mine.
That's ridiculous.
I say aloud. But no, I mean the damage type that does is I mean I think it's direct force energy, right, Mom?
I mean with an added amount of primal energy.
Yeah. So I suppose you could say it's a little bit plasma based, but I mean I've never encountered a vampire, so I don't know what it would do to them.
I mean, I would imagine that the effect is probably the same on the direct attack, itself, but the fear factor is not going to be there from lasers as much as a plasma bolt that will cause a fire.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Speaking of vampires, when I was out there with the Diamond Dogs, they would mention it every once in a while. Fighting. I think they called them leeches most of the time. But they referenced something that I never got much information about. It was like humans that served vampires, like drank their blood and stuff. I don't know much. Have you ever heard of that, Mom?
Sounds gross.
I know, right?
Not something that I'm familiar with. Like I
Can I
said,
do an insight?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Do I believe her?
Empathy
Yeah.
plus perception.
Oh, damn it! I actually have to use. So is it okay to roll it if I have a 0 in it? Or
Yes,
do I-
and you
Just raise
take
the
no
difficulty?
penalty because it's a talent. So, technically,
Right.
talents you get no penalty. Skills you get a +1 difficulty. Knowledge can be a +2 difficulty, or you can't do it at all.
Okay. And so that's if you have a 0 when you're. So that's just straight perception for me then.
Yep.
Perception what?
Empathy.
Nope, not less than, greater than 6, fail 1. I think that's right. Oh, the 2 1s is going to make that hard to pull off. So I had
Well, I got 3.
I'm just trying to read her, so it's like maybe my jaw is a bit askew and I got drool coming out of my mouth. I look awful right now, but
I was too busy looking.
I would
I was-
say
I was-
Tycho and Robert both get a base idea that you feel like she's telling the truth.
All right.
I just suddenly forget what the entire conversation is about, and I'm trying to catch up. So I'm just going to be quiet over here with a little bit of drool.
It's probably the mind effect from the turkey.
I was going to scan
now
it.
you all pass out, and then you all wake up in a jail cell.
This isn't the first time.
First time, the noose around your neck.
I've broken her out of a jail or 2 in my day. That's all I'm saying.
Same.
All right.
I
Same.
bumped fists with Phaedra.
For like how differently we deal with things field wise, we are very similar.
I would agree that actually, yeah, we come at problems from different perspectives, but like, man, the way that we get shit done definitely has some parallels.
All right. So, any questions not about vampires for me? Because I don't really know much about vampires.
Can I have your turkey recipe?
Nobody really does. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you requisition it from the progenitors. You bring home a live turkey, and then it cooks itself.
Points at Tycho.
Jesus.
He's got it.
It's a little bitter.
That
I
is.
have to like season it, and also I want the recipe of the turkey itself. Thank you.
Yeah, and look at you have the whole culinary look that's important.
Right. I mean,
Gotta have greens around the outside edges.
it takes technique to raise a chicken to set itself on fire so evenly. I would like to know.
I think it's just that my character has this like deep like mental divide where it's like on the one hand I think it's so cool that there's so much weird shit about my life, but on the other hand there's a deep-seated like resentment that I didn't have a normal childhood. So when my mother would bring home a live turkey that cooked itself every year, there's a certain amount of bitterness there.
So I wanted to
Oh, did we go
hassle.
around the table talking about what we're thankful for? Is that a thing that we do at this table?
No.
No.
Okay.
I start poking, prodding gently at the idea that she built the ray gun. That is his ray gun, and I do so from the perspective of a master craftsman such as her, and this unique, one of a kind, obviously needed to be custom built device that is practically outside of its time in its abilities. It seems like they're just too close to not be, touching. If she gets uncomfortable about it, then I'm going to drop it. But like, I want to allude to the idea, like, hey, did you build that? Could you build something like that? Specifically referencing his ray gun.
Yeah, she doesn't shy away from it. She's quite proud of her creation.
When did she? And then I'm going to get the specifics, which we don't actually have to go over. But it's like, when did you make it? Like, how was I'm going to actually ask about Buck Samsonite, because at this point I would make the faux pas of forgetting and just like be like, well, but it's so cool that he used that, you know?
Yeah. Let's see here. Trying to think of how she would react to that.
Yeah, that last one was a big one that I didn't realize I was going to do until I did, and then I did it.
I'm gonna say that she kind of goes quiet and just says, we don't talk a lot about Buck.
I will take the social cue and just comment about how good the pie is, and then
But you do feel a level of resentment and anger at the name.
not. Oh, okay. I was expecting sadness. I guess that would catch me a little bit. But or not recognition. Like, well, I feel nothing about him. Like mentioning Tom Cruise. Just it doesn't. But so she had a personal emotional reaction to the name. Did I read that correctly?
Cruise. Yes.
Okay, then that's that. I feel like I was successful, and I'm going to eat my pie.
At that point, at the mention and then slow petering out of a discussion about my father. Hey, you guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go work on my car in the pocket garage. Anybody want to join me? I've got some beer down there.
Yeah.
I will also join you and thank for the excellent pie and dinner. If we're in the process of standing up.
And I just go down to the sub basement and open the door to the pocket garage, which is a pocket realm, and spend my two. Wait, do I have to spend 2 quintessence? Yes, I do. I have to spend the 2 quintessence. Fuck. I spend the 2 quintessence because I'm now in a pocket realm to summon my car, and I pull out the tool case and I start tuning her up.
Oh, I was promised beer.
There's beer. There's a mini fridge in the pocket realm.
I'm down with other dimensional beer. I have no problem with that.
Is Robert still up at the dining table?
No, hell no. I followed you guys. I excused myself.
Well,
You guys want to help?
Yeah, is this a garage proper? Like, you got like tools in the walls and like pegboards on one side and open studs without insulation otherwise?
Well, it's in a sub basement and it's a pocket realm. It's a little cluttered. But yeah, it's a garage.
What are we looking at as I start to inspect the internals of the car as you were tuning?
50s era internal combustion engine. Everything is shiny and chrome. And then I just explained that, like, yeah, no, she just likes the attention. It helps keep her around. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we were on Autochthonia, like, she doesn't.
Are you talking about the car again?
Yeah, the car is here now.
I swig half my beer.
Yeah, we're hood is popped. We're looking at the engine. I'm just like tightening things, I guess. I don't know how to work on cars in real life.
It's just like Technobabble, man. You just got to make it up.
Yeah.
Taking the rotary.
Gotta check the timing belt.
That's a good one. Feel slight adjustments to the timing belt can definitely change the performance of a vehicle.
Adjust the air intake manifold. Oh, she liked that. Vroom vroom.
If as I'm wiping my hands with a towel, if I'm being honest, I feel like this is a distraction. You doing all right, man? I mean, it's a good looking car,
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
I just thought we could talk about what we're going to do tonight.
Yeah, we do have.
If we need to make any other plans.
From my research on how Thanksgiving and stuff usually goes, when you decide to hide in your garage.
In case you guys were wondering what cluttered was to Tycho.
Yeah.
That is not what this garage looks like.
Granted,
Not either.
he does have a fuck ton. Or no,
It's
his
your
mom
mother's
does.
garage. You don't get to
No, this is a single car. This is a single car garage that exists as a umbral pocket realm, just so I can work on this car.
Yes, you
Been
accidentally
gone for 4
put
years,
up
man.
his mother's garage.
Yeah, no, my mother's garage has 20 absolutely beautiful cars.
So we definitely needed a moment to discuss the plan of the timing that we're going to go over tonight. We're doing a timing run that is MI tonight, and then we're going to do it actual tomorrow morning. In terms of hitting David.
Oh shit! I just thought of something, and it only came up because of decisions that the GM made earlier.
I don't know who the GM is, but go ahead.
So this is kind of out of game.
No way.
My mom, you put her house on the fucking water.
Yeah.
Boat getaway.
Well, we're not kidnapping your
We're nowhere
mom.
near if you're talking about a getaway at the
I'm just
after
saying
the semi, we're nowhere
that
near your
intersection.
mom's house.
No, but the intersection is very close to the lake.
Yeah,
We could park. We could get the boat close and then get
Are
away
we-
on the boat, or just
are
leave.
we-
Never mind. You know what? Never mind.
No, are we close to the intersection right now in the house we're in? Are we close to the intersection where we expect to perpetrate our exploits at?
No, but that intersection is close to the lake, and my mom is on the lake, meaning she has to have a boat.
Okay. I'm just glad I caught up with you because you really lost me there. But nope, I understand now. And
But you know what? Let's not involve one of my mother's obviously many boats.
I concur. We need to keep this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep it out of
I
that.
would get mad if somehow she got a hold of a police report on one of her fucking boats.
Yeah, one of her many boats.
He probably has that shit automated where it would just send her a text message or an email.
That your
Yeah, no,
son
yeah.
is riding her boat.
You see all those robots up there? All the
They-
boats are also robots. All these cars are robots.
the boat would tell on us itself. Hey,
Yes.
I didn't realize we were going for a drive tonight. Why am I so far away from the dock? I'm
Shut
scared.
up, boat.
uh,
I'll tell your mother how crossly you spoke to me, boy.
All right,
That's how
so
that boat would respond.
are you okay? Are you guys gonna go to?
yeah, are we hiding in the garage?
You guys gonna?
No, let's fast forward this.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and you guys are gonna steal a. Are you going to actually do the stealing of a truck tonight?
I am not going to steal 2 trucks in a row. I will do it in my neon and try to get a best guess. Unless
Okay.
you want me to steal 2 trucks twice in a row, which seems like that's a bad idea.
All right,
The semi, we should probably we should get a semi 2 hours before initiating the plan. An hour later, we call it in, and then we crash it the next hour.
All right.
I'm
So
good.
what I want you to do is take me on a step-by-step of what your first step is in your plan.
Okay.
Okay, first, we're going to leave my mom's house and say that we're going out to the bars. Because that's what we're going to do.
And I'm like, woot, bars, big action, woot.
Yes. That's how that sounds.
Okay. So where are you going from when you leave the house?
Question for Tycho. Your spirit car. Does it not exist in the real world?
Correct.
Like, so you can't drive it in the real world in general.
No.
Okay. That's
But
'cause we need a practice car is the thing.
okay. As long as Josh will allow it. Because I wrote this down and we did a whole podcast about it. One of the powers, because she inhabits a keychain, and one of the powers is if you're driving in a car and you attach you basically just you have to roll in a ret roll at difficulty 5, and if you succeed on that roll, you reduce your drive roll difficulties by 2 for the scene.
Oh, she helps you drive is
Yep.
the idea.
As long as it is an internal combustion engine.
So I'm expecting to modify my neon to drive more like a semi would, in terms of its acceleration. It won't have the same forces, obviously, but like it basically just slow the acceleration down. And we need a car that I'm supposed to try to hit, and then we'll just get close and we'll kind of get a practice of how that timing is going to go. But we need that second vehicle that's going to pretend to be the Cadillac.
I also
That
want to
black-
get practice on the lights tonight too.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that
that's
is
like
great.
one of the
Good
main
catch.
parts. Yeah.
Yep.
So would that be step probably 3? So step 2. So leave the house. So step 1 is steal the truck, right?
No. We leave the house. I get my neon, and I make modifications to the onboard computer, although primitive, to restrict its acceleration rate so it drives closer to a semi in terms of the
Right. Well,
speed.
let's not do the what the steps of the dry run are. What's the steps of the actual run? And
Oh.
then we'll
Whatever.
just do a simulation from there. I think you guys have that explained
Okay,
enough.
then, yeah, the first thing is to steal a semi.
Steal truck. Okay. Second thing is step 2 is get control of the stop and go lights.
Yep.
And step 3, anything else that you guys are doing besides just slamming the truck into the car?
We need to get the escape vehicle, possibly 2 of them, into position.
So that would be probably step
I-
1 then.
Well, I take that back. One of the escape vehicles is going to be stolen with the device that we created earlier, once it's needed, and that's the one that I'm taking. I'm not sure how Tycho and Phaedra are going to be leaving the scene.
Did we make that device, Tycho, that I could put on my wrist?
I don't think so.
We should probably make that real quick. Because even though I would love to just jam a syringe into a body I'm dragging out, it'd be a little bit more convenient if I could just have something to do it for me a little bit more stealthily.
Yeah, I feel you got all of them there.
Step 5, profit.
Yes.
That's the step that is when you reevaluate the scene and everything is completely on the fly at that point. We'll see how the scene looks, and then everyone's going to act.
All right. So for the dry run, we're just going to say that this, no matter what happens here, unless there's a botch, things can't really go wrong. Even if you fail, it doesn't really matter, But you might have to do another dry run if this one fails. But a botch, you might actually. We'll see if a botch happens, where it happens. But for stealing the truck, should be fairly easy. So all I want is a stealth plus dexterity or perception. And for whoever is stealing the truck.
Is it me or you, Malachi?
What I'm feeling like a 5 dice pool confident for doing that,
What
I'm
was
at
it? It was stealth?
and
Dexterity.
dex or perception.
Yeah, I'm also about 5 confident. So either one, you can do
Well,
it.
you know what? Let's keep the number of people that are tied to the truck stealing to the minimum. I will take care of that, and then that'll be. So I'm going to. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm doing dex and stealth. That's a sneaky roll.
Yeah, because you guys got the key already. You guys have the thing that already hacks into it, so you've done that part of it through
Woot!
advanced science.
Yeah.
That is
Don't forget
2.
your tens.
That's
right.
6
I
dice.
assume we're
6 successes of stealing the truck.
are we at a truck stop to do this?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Or
for the
we
dry
can find
run, I
some?
would say that you're at a truck stop. He goes, gets into a car, gets to it, doesn't actually start it up, but he's like, okay, I could have got here without a problem. Kind of hangs out a little bit there to see, if the guy would have came back, what kind of situation it would have been. But you feel pretty confident that you would have been able to sneak off with this truck, and the guy, you've been checking people's routes and stuff like that, and a lot of people are, going to spend about 3 hours at this truck stop for the ones that you guys are picking to steal.
Yeah, I'm literally thinking of another pine cone off of 51.
Right. All right. So you pretend to have a truck now, so you don't actually steal the truck at this point, but now we need to control the traffic lights. So let's have a Robert give me a computers plus, or how are you doing this actually?
So I'm going to use the access control panel on the box and disable the conflict monitor unit and just plug directly into the serial port.
Okay, give me a technology plus wits or intelligence. I'll say intelligence if you think your character has done this before. Wits if you haven't.
Oh, that's
Three?
actually pretty good.
Wait,
That's 3.
Yeah, that's still 3.
2, 4, 5, 4, 3. Yep.
All right, so yeah, you're able to gain control of the stop and go lights and
cool.
control them at your leisure. So you're just kind of hanging out down below by the
Yep.
place, or are you like doing an extension?
No, yeah, it's like I'm like off to the side, away from it a bit. I've got the cord running to like, so I'm not like right in the field of view of everybody. I'm kind of tucked off in, I don't know, near a wall or bush, whatever's near there.
Okay, give me a
You,
stealth plus dexterity.
You didn't get the wireless unit?
Or sorry, stealth plus perception, wits, or intelligence, depending on how you want to.
Turns out that my wireless unit didn't work on this until a little after 98. What am I rolling?
Perception, intelligence, or wits, plus stealth. So one of the intelligence things you can kind of study it out. It'll probably be wits when you're on the fly, if you're really on the fly though. Perception probably. Intelligence might be the hard one.
1.
One success. All right. So if you feel like you've found a spot that isn't
Cool.
obvious that you're
Yeah.
hacking into this thing after.
And I got my gear on, you know.
Oh yeah, and you also do look official. So you're kind
As
of.
soon as you put on high vis, people just let you do whatever.
That's
I got a clipboard with me too, so everyone's just like, yeah, don't fuck with him.
big
Hell
belt.
yeah, clipboard.
All right. So next is going to be getting the car to the location to hit the car at the precise proper time. So Malachi, that's going to be a timing thing with you. Drive plus. I'm going to go with wits on this.
Okay. And
Oh,
so I'm
do-
picturing, I'm not sure how familiar with the street you are, but there's like an ice rink right before a railroad crossing that's like in the middle of commercial.
Yep.
And so I'm picturing sticking like just before the railroad crossing, and so that'll be where I'm starting from.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to get to the intersection at the same time as right before he releases him, so he starts moving, and then surprise truck.
And then you're going to throw him into the computer repair store, bus stop, Sherman building.
Yeah, you want to get up to what, 30, 40 miles per hour?
Yeah, I'm thinking 42 is the correct answer to everything. And so that's how
Usually-
many.
Remember, he's probably enhanced past what a normal human can take. So
I'm
I
pretty
would add about maybe 10 miles per hour to it.
Okay. It would. Well, I've already added.
I
So I
thought
feel
we were
like a
already
normal
good.
person would be like 30 to 35 would be a normal person, and that's why I was going 40.
Okay.
But we could do. Let's do it. 50 is. I'm afraid of launching him into a yard, which makes him hard to get to. You know, I don't want to throw him too far if I hit him real solidly.
Well, you're going right into a building, so there's.
Yeah, he's going to have a quick stop. So, like, I
Okay.
want you to get as much velocity into it.
45.
We'll say 45. So
like
here's my
42.
wits and drive.
Wait. Josh, can I kind of like pull out my, whatever I'm doing to like kind of figure out the timing of this?
Holy
And
shit.
I was successful in my timing. Yes.
Through
never mind.
your gadget. He got
Wait. Oh, you got 8 dice on that.
I am good at the things that I try to do.
I was actually just about to argue for buying time 1.
Oh, yeah, I'll allow you to buy time 1. You've dealt with a lot of time stuff, so.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh,
I'm kind of like I'm setting
Sorry.
up like I don't know. We have communication devices as like standard issue. I would assume that we have access to. Is that correct? Like
Your
just
cell
cell
phone.
phones with
Your cell
yeah
phones, basically.
speakerphone. It's 98. There
Yeah.
are cell phones.
Yeah.
Kind of.
At least Motorola's, if anything. We're not that far apart.
Yeah, it was pretty primitive then. But we have better ones because we're the technocracy.
That is true.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm trying to like, it's that thing where like the equations are like floating around me, and then I go, oh shit. Yeah. So that's 10 points for the first dot.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I now have time 1.
Sweet.
I would like to make so during the dry run, I would like to do a so like I'm talking to him while he's driving, and Ricky is changing the lights, and I do a wits wits leadership to lower my time difficulty.
Okay,
Is that acceptable?
I agree.
I like the concept.
No, and that is somehow, there's some ways that technocratic magic works is much more about a group effort of things going on. He's basically pulling a ritual, but you guys don't really
Yeah, and
know that you're part of
he's been talking about his leadership classes that he's been going to. He's been putting in solid work. You know, trying to get better, trying to improve.
Please don't
That's
buy.
respectable.
Boom! Oh snap!
Wow.
Also nailed it.
Don't use up all our luck on the dry run, boys.
Yes.
All right, so
I'm
I'm
totally
gonna do.
terrified for tomorrow now. This is
So yeah, your
Good death
difficulty
roll.
is going to be 3 on your Arate roll.
Hey Hockerman, where's the place to roll a ret?
I think it's at the
Just
top.
click on a
There's
red.
a red button.
Yeah, there's a red
Oh,
button.
there it is.
Second one in. You also
All right, so
terrified
this
me.
is still the dry run.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
Okay.
Shit, that's 5.
Oh God.
Did he happen to show up while we were doing our dry runs? Did we just hit him accidentally? 'Cause
Okay, so I would say
That simulation was a smashing success.
yeah. According to everything was timed out perfectly. So my question to you is, how much damage are you looking to do? Do you want to put a damage cap? I'm going to say that you're able to do 1 point of damage per success that you get. Now it will be bashing damage, so it is soakable. And you're going to need to do at least 2 points of damage to get blood drawn. Where it'll be.
No, we want it. We
This is
want
to
to
him.
do the amount of damage that would kill a normal human.
Okay, no, don't listen to him.
I-
I'm pretty sure we just want to do enough damage to the car to make it a bitch for him to get out of that will allow our people to get in a position to help him and
I
also
want him
stab him.
unconscious.
Oh, you want him unconscious? Okay,
I want him
then back to
unconscious.
Tycho was right. Tycho was the right one. We want
Thank
to do
you.
Even
just
if we
enough
don't get
damage that would. Yeah.
Even if it's just concussion, I can still get blood from an unconscious man. I want him putting up a fight.
So-
Speaking of, do we want to do a dry run for the blood draw?
Yes, for the blood draw and also subterfuge, because if he is unconscious and we need the ambulance to be there, acting needs to be on point.
Just because I don't want you guys to use up all your good rolls.
I hope that there's more coming.
At
That's-
this point in time, I think that everything kind of your dry run works out pretty. You think it will work out pretty well. Um, the getaway is going to be you guys are basically taking off immediately after getting the blood and doing a complete hit and run.
Quick point of clarification: if he does get an ambulance called, are we gonna keep going to try it, or are we backing out?
I mean, we should be drawing the blood, 15 seconds after he's hit?
Okay.
Yeah, no, we should be okay with unless there happens to be an ambulance. God, why did I say it? Coming
Yeah.
up the street at the same time. We should be okay. And even then, we can lie to. Well, you guys. And
Somebody's
never mind.
trying to pull him out of the car.
Yeah, and you'll be there for that. We know like a good guess of like right about where I'm going to hit him, so we can get to him, so you can get to him as fast as possible.
You don't need to even pull him out of the car. You just need to get your wrist to his skin.
Did we make the device, Tycho?
Do it now.
I thought we did that already. I thought you guys did the
Don't
thing.
remember. I did ask you for help because I'm not really good at making gadgets, but I know you are.
I also remember that ask for help, but I don't remember a resolution.
I forgot that was the other reason we went down to the garage, so we could make that. That was totally part of that.
All right, go ahead and do a technology plus intelligence. And Phaedra, you can do biology or science.
I'll do medicine.
Medicine. Plus
Yeah, I'll do
intelligence.
science. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
God, would this be hypertech? Are we doing hypertech, or is this just technology?
This would be just technology.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go all hyper-techy with it, but...
Eh.
2 successes.
Yeah, I mean, this is just putting shit together.
Yeah.
Apparently the garage works.
I want a hollow knife that is connected to a tube that will be a flask in like my pocket that I can just weave together. I'm not looking for... Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got 5 successes. You got 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
that's not
I think
bad.
that you guys can do your Arate rolls at difficulty of 3. Phaedra will do it at 4.
Oh, we're doing it ret rolls. Oh no,
I got 1 success.
I got 0.
You're gonna need to roll again. Difficulty for Tycho will be 3. Or sorry, 4. Phaedra, you'll stay at difficulty 4.
I got 3 successes.
There you
That was
go.
good.
Now you guys are cooking.
4.
I should be able to at least make a device that'll give me at least a pint, maybe 2.
Yeah.
With all these fucking successes.
A pint? Oh yeah, that's magic for you.
All right, so yeah, you guys definitely are able to extract blood from somebody, mostly covert op, and quickly. Still.
Hey Josh, this is a weird request. Can you bring up that intersection on Google Maps?
Yeah.
And bring up the street view?
Okay. Street view.
Also, based on how good that trial run went, I have never been more terrified to actually do an operation before.
Same.
So yeah, there's probably was like a little shop over here.
All right, step 1, I have to procure a fucking semi.
Do we get any kind of benefit from having such a successful dry run?
Yes, I will say that all of your dice rolls get an extra dice.
Oh,
It's a good suggestion to get a
I think
benefit from such a good dry run, because they're also like, okay, the dry run screwed us. Don't ever do a dry run again.
I think you can add that just by adding 1 in the DB or DP
the DP mod
question.
1.
Yeah,
Dice pool. Yep.
dice pool.
Okay.
Dice pool is what that
Cool.
is.
What?
Uh,
Where?
When
So
you
when
do
you-
the roll.
Yep. If you do the rule, one of the questions,
Okay.
yep, is if you just put a 1 in there, it'll just automatically add a second die. I thought it automatically added a second, a success and like willpower. But
Oh, okay.
it does not. It just adds another die, which is perfect for what we need for now.
God, I should do a game just set in 2018 and then just use Google Maps for everything.
You know, the satellite. My first experience with satellite imagery was a dude that I worked with in like 98, 99, 2000, right around there. I was definitely in high school, so it would have been 99 at least. But he had some connection that got it to it. Like we were in modems and shit, like that's the time that we're in. And he had some connection that got him these pictures. He was looking at land he was going to buy at these satellite, and we were looking at satellite pictures. And he's like, yeah, and with the satellite imagery we could see, you could tell what kind of car. Like you could tell a difference between a truck and a van, like
Right.
in terms of looking at it. But he was like, when I was in the military, because he was in the military, he's like, they had imagery that could see the license plate. And this is into like 2000. So by now, I imagine that they have reading the newspaper with you, not only the headline.
GM Josh, in the upper left, the gray box with the arrow far left, underneath the Google symbol, there's a little clock. You can go back in time.
But you can only go back to 2011.
Actually, you can go back to 2007.
Oh,
You
there
just
it
have
is.
to.
Yep, got it.
Yeah.
2007. So this is a little bit closer to what it looks like. Yeah, we might have to send you guys through a time portal eventually and just throw you into like 2007.
Conveniently and unrelated, completely unrelated. 2007.
This is how I remember it looking. Anyway. All right.
Shit, we're
Dirty
doing this.
dirty
Huh?
hippie. Dirty hippie in position.
Dirty
What
hippie.
time? What time of day is it? It's got to be. We
Well,
probably
we-
got started around
First thing
5.
in the morning, yeah, because he's got to go pick
we-
up the secretary.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been up all night, and we're now waiting for this guy to come.
Well, I
So I'm probably
I got to seal the
I'm
truck
probably-
proper.
Yeah, I'm probably a little bit up north on Sherman to take care. Like when I see the guy go by, so I can coordinate the timing.
Alright, so first thing that I want to do is have Tycho do his coordination of timing. So I want you to do your leadership plus intelligence.
I think I did wits before.
Or wits works, yeah, that's good. You gotta be on your feet right now.
Oh man, is this gonna work or is this gonna totally fuck up? We don't know.
Probably gonna fuck up.
It probably will, based on how well that fucking.
You guys know how well I come through in clutch situations, right? And you guys also realize that these stoplights completely rely on me.
Difficulty will be 6, yeah.
4.
All right.
I mean, worst case, I'm chasing him down with the
4
semi.
successes.
3 successes.
I thought it was
No.
4 out of 10.
Yep, but he's got a 1.
Yeah. Difficulty 6.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Six.
4.
4 minus 1 normally, but the 10 gets
Oh,
1.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I keep on forgetting that it doesn't actually add that. God damn it. Anyways,
It
yeah,
doesn't
so
add
you're right.
that.
You're right.
Okay, yeah, 4 successes.
It's such a silly way to solve the problem.
All right, so um, the difficulty will be 3 on your Arate roll.
3. I am going to spend a willpower.
Yay.
Boom.
Smart.
Nice.
4 successes.
That's just, yep, that's
All
just
right.
nailing it.
So everything is timed out, I'm going to say perfectly. So, as long as you guys hit your successes, everything kind of just works out as, there's no other cards really, in the area. You've kind of worked out worked out the stop and go so that it'll be kind of perfect in that kind of timing. So let's go ahead and steal the car and get control of the stop and go at the same time here. So technology plus wits, difficulty of 6, and then a stealth plus dexterity, difficulty of 6.
To steal a vehicle, you want a wits and technology?
Wits and technology for the traffic lights, and then the stealth plus dexterity for the stealing of the truck.
Okay, stealth and dexterity to steal the truck.
Oh, extra die on those, by the way.
Yep.
Yep.
Remember, you get your extra dice.
Because we practiced stealing.
Honestly, we actually did. It was, I hope that was right. I think I got it. We did practice stealing. We spent effort on this, man.
3 successes.
Now, did it add the extra die? I should have
did.
5. It did.
Yep.
So, 1, 2, 3 total. Yep.
All right. So you are in control of the traffic lights. You are inside of the truck. You have the gadget that just lets you automatically, so you have 4 uses left on that gadget. You can steal the truck with that. Or do you want to try and do anything before using the gadget?
I actually would like to do this as closely to a amateur as possible. The truck portion. If 3 will let me get by to not use the gadget, I'd rather open up the ignition wiring and do it that way.
Get a walkthrough from Phaedra.
Yeah, and Phaedra did give me she gave me a walkthrough of.
So you're not doing anything before going and ripping into. You're not gonna check to see if there's any keys around.
I mean, yeah, you should probably check the visor.
I know that I
1998.
should, but I also feel like I'm pretty jacked right now, and so I think that I would just be all like, "This the next first step, get in the cab. Next step, rip the ignition wiring out. Step after that, find this color and this color, and we gotta break them and we gotta put them together." Like,
All right.
yeah.
Streetwise plus wits.
What are you doing, Malachi? This wasn't part of the plan.
You're not
Aggressive.
there. I'm the only one involved with the
have a
truck.
device, Malachi.
That is the backup
Make
plan.
it look like you broke into it.
It's the backup
This is
plan.
no time to hot dog.
If this fails, I have the auto. Like, I'll just stick
If
the
it
thing
fails,
in the key.
you
cut up the
break
wires.
that fucking semi.
Oh my god, you made me forget what wits and what
Streetwise.
Streetwise. Okay, yeah, you made me just. Hey, I'm going for it. I'm going for it, baby. What difficulty 6?
Difficulty of
Oversteer,
6.
All right.
Since you were taught, it
Well-
would be 8 if you hadn't been taught how to do it.
Solid 2.
All right, so
Successes.
you are able to hotwire the car, and as soon as the car or the truck like rumbles to life, the visor drops down and the keys drop down.
I just take him and chuck him into the passenger seat. I just got to get him out of my way. And I, let's go. And I drive the truck out, and then start making my way over to the correct intersection.
All right.
I also radio. I think we discussed radios or cell phone.
Yeah,
However,
we're in
I
constant
communicate to
communication.
everyone else that the acquisition was a success. As I look at my rear view, does there seem to be anybody that noticed me make off with their truck?
Nope, not from what you can tell. Oh well, actually, perception plus alertness. Let's see if you did tell.
At a 6.
Difficulty 6. Yep.
All right, I'm going to assume I don't get an extra die on this roll.
Nobody
And
found.
so, wow, there's a lot of ones, but I have no. I'm actually. I have no idea if I made it out clean. I didn't even look back. I just
You're
went.
good. You're good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I got the.
Don't
What
worry,
does it matter if
Malachi.
somebody's
We're
following
golden.
me? It doesn't matter. We're doing
This will be fast enough. We got the timing perfect.
Just get to the.
Yep.
Why do I keep putting my finger on my ear like I'm on camera? Like anybody should understand that.
It's very important.
Don't worry, Malachi.
build
Just make it
those-
the rendezvous point.
This,
All right,
this-
Robert. I
yep.
want you to do a stealth plus perception or wits.
Shit, I forgot to solidify that
Person
one.
kind of walks by. The police officer that nobody suspected would be there.
Murdering. I mean,
Just as an aside,
Oh shit.
I get that gun.
Not a bodge.
Not a botch, but a failure. The police officer does take notice of you and walks over to you and says, "Hey, what's going on over here?"
Tycho, you're up.
Just running some, routine tests and checks on the lights. We're getting these new systems put in over the next quarter. You heard about that one?
Difficulty
performance?
of 5 subterfuge plus you can use manipulation or charisma.
I don't have subterfuge. All right. Instead of lying,
I mean, okay, yeah, you that was a lie, so you can try something a little bit different. You don't have to lie.
yeah.
I come out of the alley. Or wait,
Oh,
no.
hold on.
I'm gonna.
Let him do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let.
real
Yeah.
quick here.
I'm gonna let him do it.
So first, what I'm gonna do is try to convince him that he shouldn't be bothering me because I don't know, something about I'm handling a very important job right now, managing traffic manually, and he shouldn't be distracting me during this.
So what two are you shooting for here? Because I could see intimidation, but I'm guessing you don't have intimidation.
No, I was thinking about maybe even.
How about wits and computers, and you try to you try to make him bored with the conversation by being like, don't you understand that, like, there's 3 different versions of this particular firmware, and
Confuse him into compliance.
Yeah, basically. I was thinking about doing it the law route, but I think the technobabble route's better.
I'll give
Because
you a
1998, and he'll be
technology-
like, "You fucking egghead."
Yep, technology or computers, depending on what lingo you want to use.
What's technology? I think.
Difficulty will be 6.
And I don't get an extra die on this one, I'm guessing.
No, because this was you're an improv.
Didn't
Um,
Oh, still, you got
one
it.
success.
You got it.
Yeah, so once we take these things over live, we can't just hit the pause button, man. Like I got traffic to worry about. These cars could be coming up any moment, and I got this high voltage capacitor right next to my elbow here. What do you think you're doing?
Oh no, definitely understandable, sir. I'll just stick by here and make sure nothing goes wrong then.
Appreciate that, sir.
And he keeps an eye on you, but he does kind of just keep an eye on what's going on here. So Tycho, if you want to come out now, you can.
Tiger, you're up.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit north on Sherman, and so I'll identify somebody that's walking past and charisma subterfuge because I am performing, and there is no performance skill.
Expression.
What?
Expression would be
Damn it.
performance.
Wait. Okay. Same die roll actually, so
Nice.
I think that should be fine. Because I do have 1 dot in expression. I
Nice.
took a poetry class once. So that's actually 3 at difficulty 6. So I accost a passerby about drugs. Hey, my drugs, man. Come on. Where are they? The drugs.
The
And
police
I make
officer
sure that-
immediately comes over to you and starts questioning you as to who you are, your
Take
name.
off, or are you trying to talk your way out of it?
Hey, I am just making sure that you guys are not being fucked with.
So I'm basically on my own and pulling this motherfucker out of the car. If
The whole
Yeah.
reason I was there as a coordinator is to do this.
I'm pretty
by
sure
the
that
way-
I'm the only one committing the actual crime with Phaedra in a close second. So
I'm committing a crime.
I'm fine.
And
with,
now
I'm
I'm
fine-
committing a crime.
oh
Well,
yes, you are. Never mind. So yeah, we are all committing crimes, and Tycho just did as well. So we're all in the same boat.
Okay, so the point of my
Yes,
thing is just to
so-
occupy this
so
officer
okay.
and keep his eyes. And actually, I'm going to try and continue to walk away from the intersection and
Nice.
try to get him around a corner. That's what I'm going to try and do.
All right, so I think we've okay. I'm gonna allow you to get him around the corner. Go ahead and roll drive plus. I want to drive plus wits, or you can argue something else. Even Dex is fine. Drive plus something. That's not manipulation or appearance or
Drive.
charisma.
DP mod 1
Dex and
DP mod
drive?
1. Yep.
with a difficulty of 6. Oof.
Oh, wait.
Not as great as last time. There is so that's 2. 2 is what I.
So because you guys have this timed out so well, and you kind of know what kind of speed you're going to be getting at, and I'm going to allow you to do another roll on top of that. Basically, every success you get a point of damage. Not a dice of damage. This is how much damage you're going to do when you hit him.
Okay.
You're hitting him in
Okay.
the driver's side with a semi truck. You're at so you at least are going to be doing 2 points of damage. You can continue rolling if you wish.
Can I say that I gave him the keychain
Oh,
if he wants to activate it?
for Soci?
If he wants to activate it on the semi,
Yep, you can do that.
All right.
he has to make an arret roll and just get a success at 6. That's it to
activate
activate it. Yeah.
All right. I will do it on the second drive roll. In a ret roll. What is the difficulty?
Difficulty of 6.
6 on the arret. I will spend a quintessence and a willpower on this roll. I assume that there's not a extra dice mod to an arret roll because that would be ridiculous.
Correct.
And
No, this is the first time you're doing it, so it's,
Yep, difficulty 5.
with a auto success from willpower. Come on, baby. Okay, good.
Oh, she likes it.
That is 4 successes total.
All right, so now you can do drive plus whatever you want, difficulty of 4.
Did he say 4?
Yeah, I missed the actual number.
Difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4.
Oh,
Here we go. Oh,
Holy shit.
okay. We're a good
It's 10. It's 10 because he got 3 10s.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I feel like this is one of the moments where I feel like great success comes with great penalties. And
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. You already
Yep.
said the successes were going to be damaged. Oh,
Oh shit! We're gonna need that
We're just
spoon
gonna
after
murder
all.
this guy.
That is so many. That is.
we're gonna end right here. I'm gonna give you all 5 experience points. But this ended with you did. He has to soak
13.
13 points of
Holy
damage.
shit.
I think we're gonna need that spoon after all.
There's a shot of you smashing into him, the car just crumpling, and there's the last shot of the night is the blood, like coming down the window, but you don't see anything other than a lot of blood.
Well, I got what I wanted.
I don't know if I like this.
I was really hoping this would happen, actually.
Wait, hold on, Malachi, are you okay?
That's exactly what I was wondering. Like, I didn't realize that's a lot of damage goes both ways in these kind of interactions.
Stamina pill.
Did say you were going to take that ahead of time.
For you, I am definitely going to lower the damage down to try and soak 3 points of damage.
Okay. At difficulty 6?
Yep.
So we start next episode with Phaedra trying to recover blood from a ridiculous wreck.
I think that's too many dice.
Nope, that's my stamina right now. But it's also
that is your
stamina.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you have 1 point of paradox you'll get while you still have it, but that's fine. It'll go away pretty quick. Oh, what is your paradox at right now?
That would be my third dot.
Oh, if you said 5, I was going to be like, oh, but by the way, you do get a paradox backlash now.
Yeah, no.
Because or else it would just be like, it's just an hour, you'll be fine. So yeah, 3 successes. So yeah, you come out of this pretty scot-free. It took you a legendary ability to do that.
Damn,
but you hit that.
I told you to hit him.
Hit him.
I just wanted to do 45. My job well.
What happened to you? Showing some restraint.
You don't know how bad it was for me, how excited I was to see 7 as the number, and then the realization of what that meant later. Where I'm just oh my god, that is amazing.
Correction, 10.
Yeah. You roll over that number and you see the number of green numbers that are down there. You see all the 10s listed in green.
I was gonna blame it on Sosi, but without the lowering of difficulty, it still would have been 8. So
you got 3 7s, 3 10s, a 1 and a 4 and a 5.
Christ.
Yeah,
and perfect time
I was afraid of doing it not
the
enough.
car's on fire. The car is definitely on fire.
You better act fast saving him. We don't want him to die. Or unless we don't care about that. We don't really care about that.
I need the blood.
Yeah, we just need the blood.
Oh yeah, you don't want that blood to burn out. Oh, in any case, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Okay.
If I remember correctly, that will be next time on Technogate.
It will be next time.
Okay.
We'll start with the evacuation.
To our intrepid adventurers.
Who may have
thank you
just
so
murdered
much.
a guy with a semi truck.
You guys went from like Stargate SG-1 to GTA.
I am so glad I didn't talk you guys out of this plan.
Okay.
You supported the plan.
Yeah, I know.
Came up with it.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
in
it was
most
better than the sniper
situations, I
rifle.
would have talked you out of it.
I
I'm trying to
felt
be
it
a
was-
Could have just
Yeah.
been a sniper rifle on a building.
I felt that plan was still worse just because there's not a lot of sniper rifles going off in the greater Madison area in general.
Okay.
If you
It's,
had done a sniper, I was going to have the FBI, the CIA, the fucking Secret Service, like
No, that's yeah. They
the
would
Capitol sniper
They're
shots
scared
at the
it's going to be
Capitol.
they're scared it's going to be a Washington situation. You know? Yeah. No, that's totally reasonable.
However,
Yeah,
I could
this-
see that if you put a sniper, or if you did it with a sniper, but you did it with, I don't know, can you silence a
You
sniper?
can.
And
Yeah.
then,
Especially if you're doing a tranquilizer, that's going to be a subsonic round anyway.
so you could just either nick him where he barely even notices, and it just bleeds a little bit, and then you like come by, like this completely like straight out of Wanted type like bullet action where you're
that
like
kind of accuracy.
perfect.
Or you
like,
could even
come
go
by.
just the brute force method of put on a ski mask, run up behind him, and knife him quick, and then just run away. By the time he realizes he was stabbed, you're already running away.
True.
But nope, you guys chose crush him with a semi truck.
I
I hope he
didn't
has
know.
his.
There was a building.
Now it's possible that this guy has, a lot. He could have fortitude. He could have stamina of 6.
we don't know
Wait,
anything about
13.
that.
What is the max?
The
2,
whole-
4, 6. Wait, how many does it take to kill somebody? 8?
7.
He's a ghoul, though, so we don't know.
Yeah, but like the ghoul might only add a point or two. That's what I was expecting from it. This is oh my god, we just killed a dude.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Let's just say that in the world
You
of
act like this
darkness,
is the first time you saw a dead body.
if he was a vampire, it would be half damage. So the only hope that you have is that he's a vampire, or
Oh no, we know he's not. He's
Or some
maybe
good
he has
roll.
like a full blood pool to work with. You know, he's been saving him up for a real strong weekend. With the secretary or
Oh,
something.
well, one thing is that I'm sorry. It does take it. You might not have killed him. You have to roll over with bashing damage. I forgot about that. Bashing goes bashing, 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 and then it becomes lethal again. So you go
So
back
he
to
has 2
bruised.
hit points of bashing damage worth.
Yeah, everybody's kind of has that 2 hit points worth of. You'll still be unconscious, but in order to kill somebody, you have to do lethal damage to unconscious.
Yeah, and that's why aggravated is so vicious, is because aggravated goes straight to the final. It takes you straight to the last run of.
Right, and
Yeah.
aggravated damage usually means final death for vampires and stuff, where either you could just keep on chopping away at a vampire with a knife, technically, and they'll just go into torpor. You actually have to decapitate them or burn them alive. Do some kind of aggravated damage to them in the end in order to truthfully knock them off. But yeah, the lethal damage you could still just do regular lethal, but you did bashing, so you do need to do all. Actually, you can't kill him with 13 damage.
No, it didn't. It would have been he would be probably unconscious, but in the -2 category. I feel
Probably.
maybe
on how much
depending on the soak. And so he's way worse. He's at least he asked for a range.
Yeah,
I put him in that range.
Then
he-
Tycho was right.
Yeah, no, actually, now that I think about it, it might be perfect. It just might be, so you don't have to feel bad that you murdered somebody. But you
Oh, that
definitely
was the
put somebody in
first.
the hospital. So.
It is 10-10, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah. Do we need to end the screen?
Yep, we'll go ahead
Guys,
and
be
end it
man.
up on here. Thank you all for watching, and
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
have a great night.
That was a good game.
Bye, peeps.
Good night, everybody.